जी, तो मैं पैदा हुई थी दुबई में, और जब मैं 12 साल की थी तो वी मूव टू द यूएस. And fortunately, my mother's side of the family are all trained in Carnatic classical music. So my first guru was my aunt, my mom's sister, in Dubai. So I learned, I went to class, I learned all my fundamentals from her. And when we moved to the US, I was very lucky to find my flute guru, Dr. Bhavani Prakash. एंड ये एक और चीज़ है कि यूएस में हिंदुस्तानी म्यूज़िक और कर्नाटिक म्यूज़िक के लिए बहुत ही एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कम्युनिटी है. There's a lot of people who are very, very passionate about it and study Indian classical music very seriously. So luckily, I was, able to have that community around me. And of course, to have an amazing guru that took me in and spent hours and hours and hours every week training me, and we had this community where everyone also performed, and there's a lot of encouragement. So ये था कि even if I was abroad and I grew up abroad, the community there and the love for Indian classical music was very strong, and that's how it was kind of facilitated the environment and opportunities to be able to learn and dig deep into Indian classical music. जी, yeah, I mean, ये है कि you grow up listening to a lot of music before you even go to learn it or train in music. So luckily I also had my dad's side of the family who were a lot into folk music as well, and they were very encouraging towards music as well, and so that really helped. And घर पे my grandmother, who's been the biggest inspiration for me, वो एक ऑल इंडिया रेडियो A grade violinist है, and she was born and brought up in Bombay. So a lot of what I've learned, not only about music but also about art and how to look at music and how to think about music, was a lot of it came from her. And because of that, we had a lot of conversations at home about music. She had a lot of stories to tell. She was always around to guide me, and whenever I was performing or I was preparing for a competition or something like that, so she was always around, and अभी भी मुझे वो guide करती हैं. So I'm just fortunate to be born into a family that loves music and also is trained in music and supports me the same way. I'd like to play a little bit. राग पूर्वी कल्याणी का थोड़ा एक कर्नाटिक राग है, तो I'll present a little bit of that first. A little shade of Purvi Kalani. First of all, ये बहुत ही beautiful सवाल है, because I have spent so much time thinking about this actively, and I was always hoping someone would ask this. So it's very nice. It's a very good question. मेरा ये मानना है कि vocal music, like to sing something, is very important when you play an instrument. And at the same time, playing an instrument also helps you vocally. I think they're very interconnected and they help each other. एक मैं example देती हूँ आपको. जब मैं गाना सीखती हूँ, like when I learned flute, my guru would always sing the song, like sing the kriti, जैसे बंदिश कहते हैं हम लोग, कृति कहते हैं. She would always sing it to me, and I would decode it, in my mind and learn it. And sometimes, of course, she would always give me the sargam and stuff like that. Over the years, because I was also singing and I was learning vocal music from my mom and my grandmother, I realized that when I had internalized a song and I was able to sing it, वो एक phrasing जो होती है ना, the song and the lyrical component of it, that kind of channels up really nicely when you're playing an instrument. And so you're able to phrase those lyrics as well. Although, of course, you're not able to hear, as for a listener's point of view, you're not able to hear the words per se, but I still feel that the phrasing, when it's phrased well, it has a certain impact. And that happens only when you know how to sing and when you sing your, the things that you learn. The same way, playing an instrument helps me vocally because I don't know, I think there's a certain way that you decode stuff as an instrumentalist that kind of come in handy when you sing. Overall, मुझे लगता है कि these are two different ways of expressing the same thing that you have inside you as an artist. जो भी expression है और जो भी आप कहना चाहते हैं music से, these are just vehicles, whether it's an instrument or your voice. Both are beautiful vehicles, and you just use them to express the emotion that is behind the song or your improvisation or anything. This is one of like a very favorite ghazal of mine, Mehdi Hasan Saab. Gulon mein rang bhare, a little bit of that on the bansuri. Luckily, art, music, dance, art, जो है, in my family, it was something that was given a lot of value, and it was like a very मतलब ऐसा बैठ के हमने सोचा नहीं ऐसे करना है. It was like, whether you take it up professionally or not, it was something that you should learn, and you should learn with all your heart and all your hard work. So while I was learning, I really had no intention of really taking it up professionally or anything. I just learned because it was something I really enjoyed. And when we found my guru, it was a very disciplined thing. We would go weekly for lessons, and but I think it was just about surrendering to the learning part of it, to learning and to digging deep into the music form itself. उसके आगे कुछ सोचा ही नहीं था प्रोफेशनली करना है, क्या करना है, ऐसा ख्याल भी नहीं आया था actually at that point of time. बस the only thing that we knew was you have to get better, you have to learn more, and really cherish the music, cherish the art, surrender to it. And the more that we did this, it was just like opening up so much more beauty. Bas utna hi, I was always in this like very explorative kind of zone. And same thing at home, there was a lot of emphasis placed on practicing regularly and pushing yourself and performing at different small events where you play classical music, and a lot of music that we listened to also at home, and we spoke about music. And my mom was quite strict, but not in a very nice way strict. She always encouraged my brother and I. My brother plays mridangam, and both of us to sit and practice together, to listen to a lot of music. So that was kind of environment, and I think somewhere in that the discipline just came through. हाँ जी, ये बताने के लिए मुझे 2-3 घंटे चाहिए होगा, but Shankar ji, I really owe so much to him for all the opportunities and guidance that I've gotten from him. The association and the opportunity to perform with him and to be around him while he was making music, and just all the so many diverse experiences that I've had. Again, words are not enough really. He's an incredible musician, of course, we all know that, but he's an incredible human being, a beautiful human being, and such a down-to-earth, humble person that, jitna bhi main bolu, it's not enough. And I've really had the good privilege and honor to learn so much just being around him. And that video, of course, went viral, and it's been great. All the love that we've gotten for that video has been really very humbling, actually. And I think that happened only because Shankar ji is such a musician, such an artist, that he allows for other people on stage to really flourish, and he really encourages people on stage, off stage, musicians, new musicians, just musicians who are just entering, and that's why he is who he is. And he gave me that opportunity to present my music, and I think it really happened because that environment on stage was so amazing. Shankar, Hassan, Loy, all three of them are just beautiful souls, and it's extremely encouraging, and it's just feels like really home. It just feels amazing to be on stage with them, because you can really you can really express yourself musically, and they're very, very welcoming to that. And so there's just immense gratitude for that opportunity, and I really look up to him as a mentor, as a guiding force, and as a guru also. I learned so much about music and otherwise as well from him. So my eternal gratitude to all of them for that.